everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is time for another book review. Yay! I finally got out of my reading slump and I have been making progress on my March to be read. I definitely got stuck on a few books. I've also been busy trying to edit my own novel, revising it, rewriting it, and so that's taken up a lot of my time, and I kind of got in a little bit of a writing slump. I had a lot of books that I was reading, I was in the middle of, and I hadn't finished, and I still have a few on my Kindle that I have not finished, but I do have a book review today, and I'm excited to tell you about this one. This is a book that I picked up at the library. If you watched my previous videos, then you kind of saw me give my just impression on it and why I picked it up. But this is called Rampant, and this is by Diana Peterfreud, something like that. Sorry, I'm really bad with pronouncing names, so sorry. But this is a book. I'll read the blurb here on the back, or a little bit of it. Forget everything you ever knew about unicorns. Yes, that's right. This is a book about unicorns. Killer unicorns, and a girl who is a very reluctant unicorn killer and hunter. So this book is written in first person and from the viewpoint of Astrid Llewellyn. And I'm just going to give you a few things that I really liked about this book and a few things that I did not really care for in this book. So on the like, it does use actual myths, and it weaves the mythology of unicorns into this, and so I do like that. I do like that it's based on myths and that sort of thing. Of course, I was drawn in immediately to this book by the point of view of the main character. She definitely grabs you. You can definitely tell that she's a unique person. She has her own voice. You know that you're reading and that you're in her story. It's not just, kind of bland. You definitely know that she has some personality, and it really shines through in the first parts of the book. So that's really what kept me reading. The story itself, it does get bogged down by the myth a little bit, and sometimes, and I feel like that kind of slows the story down. There's kind of some explaining, and kind of some of those parts did bore me a little bit, but overall, I did give this book a 4 because it did keep me engaged. I read it in about 2 days, so I put it down a couple of times, but I did go right back to it. I did pick it back up and keep reading. There's a little bit of a lag in the middle and the end for me that I kind of got a little bit bored, but not enough that I didn't stick with it. So for that reason, I do give this book a 4 because it's kind of a surprising read. When I picked it up, Killer Unicorns, I really wasn't sure that I was going to like it or that I would even finish it. So sometimes when you're not expecting a book to be good or a movie to be good, and then it's better than you thought, then you're like, yay, because, you're excited that it's better than you thought it was going to be. And so I did like that about this book. Some of the things that I did not like. Okay. I did not like her mother. I did not like I just didn't feel like her characterization rang through, who she was at the beginning of the story, and then a choice that she makes in the end of the book. I just don't really feel like that's something that this particular character would have done. I don't want to give the spoilers away. If you read the book, give me your feedback, let me know what you think. And I just didn't like her. And this is something that I run into in a lot of YA fiction, is I really don't like the mothers in this. I'm not really sure about that. I'm not sure why, but I just feel like a lot of times I don't like the way that they come across. They're not necessarily always bad or terrible parents. I kind of see where they're coming from, but I don't like them. So I didn't like that about this book. Definitely not something worth, not reading it for. It was a little long. I really felt like it could have been trimmed a little bit, condensed down. The big thing I did not like that fell flat in this story, the romance. It did not work for me between the two characters, the main character and her love interest. I didn't find it believable. I didn't like him. I didn't like her. I didn't like them together. Why? I guess Okay, so really the way that I need to say that is I liked her, I liked him, I didn't like them together. And I really didn't like him. I just, no. And it just, to me, the romance didn't have enough tension. It didn't enhance the story. I just didn't care for it. So that's just my take on it. That's just my opinion on it. Somebody else may love it. But so that is pretty much all I have to tell you about this book. If you enjoy fantasy, if you like myths, if you like unicorns, if you like a strong female lead with a distinctive voice, then this book is worth reading. Now, I will give you a little bit of caution because while this book does not go into sexual graphic, it's not sexually graphic in any way, as you don't like participate in the scenes. They're not described. However, it does deal heavily, and it ties into the plot with virginity, and it does have rape in it, where that is something that some of the characters deal with. And I think that it was handled in a very good way, and it was relevant to the plot. So I just want to let you know that that is in there so that you can be prepared for it if that's something that's going to make you uncomfortable or that you're just not entirely comfortable reading. So I just wanted to take a few moments and thank you for tuning in and for checking out my channel, for watching my videos, subscribing. And I do have a lot of new great content coming. I'll have a couple more book reviews up. I have some writing how-tos and some updates on the progress that I'm making on my own novel. So I'm very excited to share all of that with you. So I hope that you have a great week, and I will see you again next time. Thanks.